But he's able to say, I'm here in his keeping. Do you know when the little notes and information that the Bible gives us, the Bible always drops little signs and little indicators. When you dig deep in the scripture and do research, you start understanding why those signs were there. The prison that Joseph was in was actually on the property of Potiphar, the place where Joseph was the chief steward before. So imagine now, on the very estate that you used to run, now you're the prisoner. And on the very estate, you can see through the prison bars and see Potiphar's wife walking around free. And here you are imprisoned, and she lied about you. And she's walking free, you're incarcerated on false charges, and yet he did not get bitter. I wonder what's going on in your life that's giving a temptation that's causing you to try to ponder and to think and to consider getting into this place of spiritual imprisonment where you become bitter to your past, bitter towards those who have hurt you, bitter towards those who used to have fellowship with you and they broke off their fellowship for whatever reason, bitter towards those who may have said something to malign your character. And if you're being tempted to become bitter and become hardened and become callous and not open up and be vulnerable any longer and not maintain your sweetness and not letting the perfume of heaven come through your life, may I stop you and say, stop it. Don't allow the enemy to push you that way and to make you become some hardened person where you're no longer lovable and sweet and kind and compassionate as you used to be because of your circumstance. Learn how to say, though I'm in a place where I don't want to be and I don't like what has happened to me, God, I must say to you, I'm here in your keeping. Keep me, Lord, because I don't understand my circumstance. Keep me, Lord, because I don't know why this took place at this time in my life. Keep me, Lord, because I don't like how people have responded to what I've done or responded to what I didn't do. Lord, I need you to keep me kind, keep me compassionate, keep me walking holy, keep me walking tender, keep me vulnerable, keep me in prayer, keep me, Lord, I may still worship you, yet, Lord, I'll still trust you, even though, like Job said, though you slay me, yet I'll still trust you. And it comes a time when you have to say that. Because anytime you're involved in ministry or anytime you're involved with people, you always sometimes may have a broken heart. Just parenting your children, you may go through difficult moments with your children, or the children may go through difficult moments with their parents, and you have to learn how to say, God, I'm here in your keeping. Keep me, Lord. I don't want to get hard. I don't want to get bitter. I don't want to get this sarcastic attitude. You get around some people and they're always sarcastic, always cynical, always a biting word because they've been wounded. God, I don't want to go there, Lord. I don't want to get there. I don't want to fall into that trap, Lord. But God, I want to still smile. I want to still love people. I want to care for them. I want to be able to serve them. You know, congregation, lots of times when we look at pastors, we tend to put pastors in a category that is oftentimes not even an accurate one because we think pastors abuse sheep. But you know that sheep bite? Maybe that's what Paul meant when he says he bears in his body the marks of an apostle. now I'm twisting the scripture there. but I want you to see that, hey, you still have to learn how to love people when you get disappointed. You have to still learn how to, God, I want to stay tender. God, I've been walking on this road for a long time, and it may have been in your marriage, it may be with your children, maybe on your job, maybe in the church, and it can happen even in the church. But you have to say, God, I'm here in your keeping. In your keeping. Because if you're looking for the perfect church, you'll never find it. If you do find it, don't join, because your presence will make it imperfect. Make it imperfect. There was this man that was shipwrecked on this deserted island, and he was there for about 10 years, and he used to send up smoke signals trying to tell somebody that he's there to rescue him, but nobody ever rescued him in 10 years that he was there. And so finally, the 10th anniversary, he saw this steamliner. So he went to the area where he had the smoke pit, and he sent up smoke signals. And the captain of the steamliner saw him. He and the captain and a couple of the guys got into a little rowboat, rowed to the island. And the man was so happy, he ran to the shore. He said, I'm rescued finally. And the captain said, oh, yeah, we're going to get you in the boat. But look, I see these buildings here, these 3 huts. What are these buildings? The man said, oh, that's not a big deal. The guy says, hey, that first building there, that's my church. I just love God and I just worship there. The captain said, what's that second building? He said, that's my house. That's where I live. That's where I cook and have all kinds of, that's where I sleep and all. That's my house. That's where I live. The captain said, what's that third hut? He said, that's the church I used to go to. There's always somebody who's struggling with breaking off. Hey, if it's about you breaking off because somebody hurt you, that's not the right reason to leave. I remember one of the Sundays in our church. Now, we have 5 services on the weekends, 1 on Saturday night and 4 on Sunday morning. And at the end of one of the Sunday morning services, I was walking back to my office just to regroup for the next service. And one of the ladies pushed her way through the crowd and came up to me and said, Pastor, I just want to say goodbye to you. I said, where are you going? She said, I'm leaving the church. I said, why? She said, I've been offended. I said, I'm leaving too. Let's go. And so I started walking. With her towards the door, and I pushed the door open. She said, where are you going? You're the pastor. I said, look, I've been here a lot longer than you, and I've been offended far more than you. I said, let's get out of here. We don't need this. And so I started walking towards the door. And then I pushed the door open, and she was walking right next to me. She said, Pastor, I'll see you next week. I said, I'll see you next week. I said, she